Hello, my dear children. Welcome to English class. I hope you all are safe at your places. In today's class, we will be learning about chapter number 5 from your English literature reader book, whose title is Boats Sail on the Rivers by Christina Rossetti. This is a poem. So, children, let's begin with the author's introduction. Christina Rossetti was the youngest of the 4 children in her family. She wrote her first poem when she was 11 years old. She is famous for her poems written for children such as Goblin Market and Remember. So children, Christina Rossetti was the youngest in her family. There were 4 brothers and sisters, and she used to write poems from very young age. Her famous works are Goblin Market and Remember. She used to write poems for children. Okay, so now let's begin with the poem. Boats sail on the rivers. Boats sail on the rivers, and ships sail on the seas. But the clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. There are bridges on the rivers, as pretty as you please. But the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees and builds a road from earth to sky is prettier far than these. So children, in the first paragraph, the poet is saying that boats sail on the rivers and the ships sail on the seas. But the clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. So the boats, we have seen boats sailing on the rivers and ships in the seas. But ships cannot sail on the rivers because the density of the water in the rivers are much less as compared to the seas. But the poet is saying that beyond boats and ships, there are clouds that sail across the sky, and these clouds are much more prettier. These clouds are very beautiful as compared to the boats and the ships. Now, in the next paragraph, there are bridges on the rivers as pretty as you please. I hope you have seen bridges, children, over the rivers. Bridges are made to cross the rivers from one side to the other. So, poet is saying that the bridge that is constructed over the river are very beautiful. But the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees and builds a road from earth to sky is prettier far than these. So children, here the poet is talking about another bridge which is made by the rainbow. Here poet is talking about the rainbow bridge which connects heaven to the earth. According to the poet, in this paragraph, rainbow, which is made over the top of the trees, acts as a road from earth to the sky. And poet is saying that rainbow is very beautiful and it is much more prettier as compared to the bridges which are made over the rivers. So children, here we end with the poem, and I hope this poem is clear to all of you all. In this poem, we came to know about a refrain. So children, what do you mean by refrain? A refrain is a group of words or lines in a poem that are repeated in order to create rhythm or emphasis. Children, refrain is a group of words or lines which are repeated in the poem. Many times we have seen in the poem that in the last the two lines are repeated in many paragraphs of the poem. These two lines are referred as refrain. It usually comes at the end of the stanza. Okay, so usually this refrain, which is the grammatical portion of poem, comes at the end of the paragraphs. So children, I hope this chapter is clear to all of you all. See you in the next class. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.